So thank you very much and welcome all to this interview session. We are passing through IEEE Education Week 2023. Today we are excited because we are meeting Rabab Professor Emeritus, Electrical and Computer Engineering, University of British Columbia, Canada. And most important thing, in context of education week, she is serving as the current Vice President of IEEE Educational Activity Board. She was past IEEE Division Director of Division 9 and past President of the IEEE Signal Processing Society, a society which is my parent society. In that sense, we both are close in spirit. So to celebrate and to disseminate the information of IEEE Education Week, we are here and we like to thank Prof. Rabab for making her time, talent available for IEEE Women in Engineering. I, Celia, who is current Women in Engineering Chair, is honored to host her. To all IEEE WM members, currently we have more than 29,000 IEEE WM members for more than 1,000 affinity groups in 10 IEEE regions. So let's welcome Prof. Rabab. How are you doing today?
I am really well. I'm very happy that you invited me, and I am ready to tell you whatever you like. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It will be very great if you tell us about the goals of this IEEE Educational Activity Board and how this board fits in the overall structural organization of IEEE. Hope it will be a capacity building and knowledge sharing for our WM member.
Sure. The goals of the Education Activities Board, we really want to be a leader in science, and especially in engineering and technology education. We want to be difference maker, to make a difference in career lifelong learning for practitioners and for professional development. We want to be a global catalyst for innovation and to foster public understanding of technology and appreciation of technology. Now, we do all of that through broad collaboration with sections and with societies and standards, and we want to share knowledge. As you can see, education is very important for the mission of fostering technological innovation and excellence for the benefit of humanity, which is the IEEE mission. And since education is critical to IEEE, this is why we have a seat on the IEEE Board of Directors. The IEEE Board of Directors have vice presidents of 6 boards. There are more boards in IEEE, but 6 boards are represented. The 2 main ones are member and geographic activities and TAB, technical activities, but we are there, and I'm the vice president of education. There's also standards board, and there's USA, IEEE USA, and there is the Publication Products and Services Board.
Thank you very much. I'm so glad a change maker like you is leading IEEE Educational Activity Board, and you have really explained the scopes of EAB in terms of spreading education, continuing education, and serving the tagline of IEEE, benefit from technology for benefit of humanity. However, it will be better if we can know who do the IEEE's educational programs serve, then people, WM members will have a better understanding.
Sure, especially because really almost all units, all OUs in IEEE, they offer education. But the IEEE Education Board has the overall picture. And our programs, the ones we offer, are designed to connect throughout a person's life. So we have throughout their whole entire career. So we have programs for pre-university, what here they call kindergarten to 12th grade. We have where we offer all the engineering program. We have university programs. We have EPICS, Eta Kappa Nu, the Teaching Excellence Hub, and we also serve young professionals and advanced and mid-career professionals with courses, tech talks, the ILN, and the academies. We are also very proud to have really thousands of retired members of IEEE who want to give back to their community, and they find that education is the most meaningful way for them to serve their communities.
It's such a wonderful thing you are telling, and you will be happy to know that IEEE WIE has already supporting and partnering with IEEE HKN. And also we have published the call for EPICS in IEEE projects in our February newsletter to reach out to WIE members. And we are also focusing on IEEE WIE STAR program. I know that is highly related to your tri-engineering. So would you please let us know that how tri-engineering is serving our K-12 students, and what is this program, and how how our WIE members can understand that how tri-engineering and IEEE's WIE STAR program can collaborate with each other.
Sure, thank you for this question, because I really love this tri-engineering program. Actually, tri-engineering is just one program. It's a suite of programs. There are many programs. And I beg everybody to have a look at the website, triengineering.org, O-R-G. So, and as you said, it serves kids from kindergarten until they enter college, to grade 12 or grade 13, depending where you are. So one of the programs is the Tri-Engineering Summer Schools. And this is a young person can go and spend 10 days, night and day, in a residential college and get experience across the spectrum of engineering disciplines. Students have to pay some money to get there, but not all students have money, and we like to get also the underrepresented students. So we raise funds through the IEEE Foundation for students to attend this 10-day program. I think we have a minute. I want you please to show the following video, if you don't mind, about this.
It's a wonderful, inspiring video that will, I'm sure, that will inspire more WIE members to engage with this tri-engineering program, and we can collaborate more with our IEEE WIE STAR program. Thank you for sharing it.
Yes, so besides, thank you for showing the video. Besides this, we have Tri-Engineering Tuesday. So Tri-Engineering Tuesday happens every month. It has monthly blog and webinar series. Each month, we take a society and we ask them to give lectures or series or panels for high school or elementary students about their field, whether it's 5G networks, whether it's autonomous vehicles, Wi-Fi standard, artificial intelligence, power, biomedical, coding. We even have girls in STEM. We ask them to do that. So So the Girls in STEM is really a very interesting also lectures and resources we have, which help. It's very helpful for activities for schools trying to get more girls involved in STEM. And we also suggest what they can do, for example, start a club or support a certain cause and so on. Another program which is very, very useful is we have the STEM web portal. This is for teachers and students and volunteers, and it is on our website, in great detail. So this portal provides resources to help the next generation to engage and get inspired to become a STEM professional. So we have resources for teachers, for their classroom, for students, how to explore engineering, and for IEEE resources for STEM outreach. For the teachers, we have wonderful 140 lesson plans. So if you are a teacher and for elementary or for secondary, we tell them which grade you want and so on. And we offer these programs if you want to introduce optics, AC motors, 3D printing by hand, plastics. For example, if you click on wind energy or any one of them, you get, if you're a teacher, you get a whole instructions about what to do in the class. We have how-to videos, we have what materials you need, the real world context of, for example, wind energy, explain the background concepts in simple terms, and the challenges for students to solve with their own design and prototypes and so on. And also information if you want to dig deeper into that topic. So this is for teachers, and it's been really used a lot by we, and I will ask you in a minute to show another video. And then we have also for volunteers. I mean, IEEE, we all know we are blessed because we have thousands of these incredible volunteers all ready to inspire the next generation. But we never had a place where all this could be consolidated and volunteers doing this outreach to learn from each another and make their outreach more impactful. So with this website, we had designed a full section of tryengineering.org to make it easier for all the volunteers to continue this type of outreach. So it has how to share your STEM programs, how to access resources if you want to start doing STEM outreach, how to conduct student and teacher workshops, how to submit resources. And for students, we also have a lot of material on camps, how students can have fun in camps, technical camps, competitions and STEM fairs. Of course, we have girls in STEM. It's specifically designed for girls to create understanding of the opportunities they have in STEM. We have on mentoring and student workshops and teacher workshops. How do you connect students with STEM? I want you please to show also this video. It's from Pakistan, and it is very interesting about how they are using our material to help underprivileged students. Before you show this program, I want to mention that all of these resources, all of these lessons are all free. So anybody can use them. Anybody can use them because we want to do STEM outreach. Besides that, we also have grants. If you want to do specific things, and you are short of funding, you can apply for these grants. So yeah, it's really great. And please, can you show this video?
Yeah, actually, it is a great example that how these resources can create impact on the women, girls, and students in the underprivileged community. And really, it is connecting the unconnect with such resources for young students, girls, and teachers. Thank you for sharing it. So my next thing, actually, you have shared an ocean of resources, and most important point, it is free. But our effort to do more outreach so that this amazing resources can be used by our more than 29,000 members. I'm sure we have a lot to do to reach out to make sure that it is reaching to those more than 29,000 WI members and also to non-IEEE members through WI networks, because we have our amazing IEEE WI newsletter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and Women in Collaborative Community. I think these resources of EAB will be shared in our media, and we can have a wonderful partnership of IEEE. And also there is a peer education ambassador program, and deadline is 10th April. As a chair of IEEE, I have received a request from committee chair of that committee to share it to the WI network, and our staff is already in progress to sharing that. And do not make any delay, just apply for it. So before going to the next question, actually, WI is recently become very interested about IEEE Reach, which is run by IEEE History Program, History Center of New Jersey. So would you please share some more light on IEEE Reach? It will be, our members will be enriched if they listen from you about IEEE Reach, about which we became already very interested, and we wanted to collaborate with our IEEE STAR program. Thank you.
IEEE Reach is a wonderful program. It introduces not only STEM, but the STEAM, you know, and so it really also has the importance through history, through the conduits of, that's what it is for. It is raising awareness through the conduit of history. And it provides free interdisciplinary resources for secondary school educators. And but besides the it introduces technology in a very subtle way through a focus on society and the humanistic context of technology, and through what happened in history. And they also have lessons which teachers can use. So they talk, for example, about the history of and how it developed, the electronic music, drones, skyscrapers, printing press, and so on. I always go to that think, for example, on their program on radio for teachers, it is really on wireless transmission, and they introduce the history of radio, the invention of wireless telegraphy, and how it became wireless with Marconi in the end of the 19th century. But they also start with Faraday and what he has done in the 1840s and so on, and then how Maxwell took it and made it into equations in around 1860, 70. And then from these equations, how Marconi took the equations and made it into technology. So they are, so it's really excellent to, from that point of view, and how they introduce technology. And then they talk about the effects now of technology, the good and the bad, and how, because everybody now uses cell phone. I especially want to also urge people to watch the program about lighting through the ages. This program talks about oil lamps in the past, in the 19th and 20th century, and then how testing of the incandescent lamp at Thomas Edison Menlo Park Laboratory, and then how Nikola Tesla in his lab, how he passed electricity through the body of Mark Twain and they made light. But at the end, they go to two great inventors. The first one is a Black man. His name is Lewis Latimer, who his father was a slave before. He lived in he was born in 1850, and died in 1928. And he had many inventions, and he was self-taught. He only went to, elementary school, and he was self-taught. And then he eventually had a lot of inventions, and many of them were on light. And the other one is a fabulous woman, Hertha Marks Ayrton, and who was born, her name was Sarah, but she was also from a poor family in England. Her father died when she was young, and there were 8 children, and she was supposed to help her mother bring up the children, but their mother knew that this woman is different. So she let her go and go to school. And then eventually she made it to college, but she didn't do very well in college. But later she came up with all these, she kept learning. She was so upset that she didn't do well in college, because she knew the subject. So she kept learning and so on. And she, in 1899, just at the turn of the century, she was the first woman to be accepted in the IEE, that's the UK electrical and electronic engineers, and 3 years later they asked her. She gave a presentation about her work on lights as well to the Royal Society. They were hoping she would become a fellow of the Royal Society, but the Royal Society said no, because she was a married woman. And then they also said, but even if you are not married, we are doubtful that we can accept women into the Royal Society. This is in 1902. But this woman, besides, she found that the arc lamp made a lot of hissing, and she kept experimenting and studying, and then she could make a lamp with no hissing by changing the gas or no gas. And the other one she did, which was used in the First World War, is a special fan which takes poisonous gas out of the holes in the war. So yeah, I really like the REACH program, and I learn a lot from it.
Yeah, thank you. As a women in engineering chair, it's a great honor for me that right now I'm serving as IEEE History Committee member. So I became passionate about IEEE Milestone and about this IEEE REACH program. But when I was listening to you, that I really felt more encouraged that how IEEE REACH program will inspire our members to get involved more in their program, because they will know these amazing stories of women and men who has invented a lot of things, basic electrical things. And also it is important to get inspiration from their obstacles and how they have overcome those obstacles to reach and to benefit the humanity. And that became the path of the history. Thank you, Professor Rabab, for your amazing storytelling. I think this video, this recording will be a very historical, uh, valuable document, and we can reach out and reach this interview to many young volunteers starting from schools and colleges so that they become really interested to remain in engineering and technology. That is important, not just join in engineering and technology. Thank you very much. And I am and WA members are very interested about IEEE Learning Network. Would you please share some valuable points about this ILN to our members?
Sure. The ILN is a wonderful portal network. It is one stop shop for continuing education from IEEE. It's a platform to discover all what we have in continuing education across IEEE. And it also have a special shared learning management system for continuing education. So it is it's really built to improve learner experience, and it has immersive and not immersive, interactive abilities for the learner. And so we are very happy to have this ILN, where it has all our programs, all our courses, and you just can go there and see, select what you want to learn.
Yes, thank you very much. It's a great source and guess a opportunity for our WA members to think about it and how they can contribute to ILN. This is important to showcase and preserve their contributions for the education and continuing education and learning. So we are almost at the end, since we are hosting it from IEEE WA members and we are in the Education Week. Professor Rabab has already shared that because of Education Week, IEEE USA has been given an offer to IEEE WA members, free of charge, a book on STEM and story. It is already in our Facebook. Please follow it. And also, I wanted to mention IEEE EDS, Electronic Device Society, are offering free membership to WA members during the Education Week. So without any delay, please avail the opportunity. And thank you, Professor Rabab, for pointing and connecting WA with such benefits available to the WA members. And we have already shared it to our WA social media. However, from your point of view, I just want to know how our WA members can get involved in your activities in the board. What is the future direction for them?
WIE are heavily involved. We are so dependent on them, whether we like it or not. We love it, but because they are just the WIE chapters or whatever affinity groups all over the world are very much using our what we offer, because they are doing things in their community. And for example, this week, one of the sessions on Try Engineering, it was featuring really two women who are WIE women. One is Pia Torres from Argentina, and the other who with our with EAB funding and so on, and spread and gave lessons to people in the villages about Arduino and how they did it. It's just so wonderful and amazing. But she is WIE person. The other one is Rushal Thakka from Hyderabad section, who is also involved in WIE-based learning school camp, and she is also using our what we have. So we love it. All our volunteers work so closely with WIE. Without them, we will not be as effective. Also, our program, for example, EPICS is chaired by a woman, and Stephanie Gillsby. Our program on the hub on the teaching hub is chaired by a woman, Hui Wang. And we also have the Yasini Majumdar chairing our liaison with the sections. So we are like we are morphing really very much, and we love it and we appreciate it, and that's how we want to continue strengthening this.
Thank you, Rabab. I'm really happy to see our AA members are recognized not only in AA, also by EAB. However, in the first quarter, one of the major goals as a AA chair was inspiring more nominations for IEEE AA awards. And we made a video tutorial for it. And March was the deadline, and you will be happy to know that we have received more than 130 applications. Is a huge number compared to any previous years. So would you please, and I as a chair wanted to inspire our such AA members who are our past AA award winners to apply for awards beyond AA. I think IEEE has a famous EAB awards. Would you please shed some light for inspiring our AA members for our
Thank you so much for raising this matter. Indeed, we have really great awards, and in the past, women have had a good share of receiving these awards. So I really want to encourage WIE women and members to apply for them. The deadline is coming soon. It is May 1st, and we have the meritorious achievement in accreditation activities. Our accreditation activities is also chaired by a woman in EAB, in our education board. We have the meritorious achievement in outreach and informal education. And usually, like last year, there were a group of 4 women who got this award, and really this, if people sit down and write the proposal, I am sure WIE women will get it again. We have the Meritorious Achievement Award in Pre-University Education, which is also, WIE can have a great chance of getting these awards. And then we have major education innovation, section professional development, and society and council professional development, and meritorious achievement in continuing education, and so on. So yeah, the deadline is May 1st, and please go ahead.
Thank you. Thank
and
you.
if you miss this year, make it sure for next year.
Yes.
I hope
yes, we'll be sharing more it in AA members. And since you are a lifelong educator, and you know that IEEE EAB is also involved with education for universities and colleges. As an academician, would you please shed some light that how EAB is supporting the university faculties and students?
Yes, we have, for faculty, we have the IEEE Teaching Excellence Hub, which has a lot of resources, on professional development resources to those teaching engineering, computing, and technology. We have blogs, we have articles, we have events, we have panels, and all of this material is really developed by experts from the IEEE Education Society and from the IEEE Education Activities Faculty Resource Committee. So it is really great if soon they are having a panel. If you are, you know, a young professor, but how do you become a leader if you want to be take a leadership position like head of department or dean or any other lead, what you should do. So I know that many universities offer these, like my university, we have a special center where these resources are offered, but in most colleges, other colleges, they are not, but they are available there. And we are still working on it. It was only launched in 2021, but we are still work on it. And also we have like Eta Kappa Nu, which you know very well about. And I want to say that Eta Kappa Nu also have grants. And their grants are, you know, 5,000, 10,000. Every year they change the limit. And it is, you can also go and do all sorts of good work, projects like tutoring, mentoring, service learning projects, and more. And last year, the Eta Kappa Nu volunteers have logged over 100,000 hours of community service. Amazing, truly. And now it is international. It used to be just the US and then Canada, but now it is international. We also must say, talk about EPICS. EPICS is engineering projects in community service. And it connects engineering, learning, and community service. So a professor or a college teacher will get a group of students and they will work with industry or the community people or community people involved, NGOs or what have you. Together they want the challenge is to solve a problem in their community, a technical problem. But through solving this technical problem, they will find that there are so many other problems, like societal problems and environmental and what have you. And the grants here are up to $10,000. So this program has been going on for a long time, and it's going on from strong to stronger. So I hope that...
Thank you. WA is looking for more partnership. And recently I have been inducted as a HCAN member. I'm inspiring more women in engineering member to be part of HCAN and take the benefits of funds that you have already told and enrich their professional career. At the same time, WA is also looking for involving more women in IEEE philanthropic initiative. In that case, I think IEEE EPICS in IEEE will be a great resource that can support our WA members to support their community, solving the problems around them using technology. So it's an amazing conversation with you. I learned a lot from you and hope same happens to our WA members. And you have already told that how EAB is offering different avenues and scopes that is beneficial to a WA member. However, at the end, we want to know that how you mean and how do you articulate that how EAB initiatives are supporting diversity and inclusion. I know you have already told it, but it's a summary.
We are supporting EDI. Number one, it's really important that our boards and our committees have women. It's very important. And also, if we can, underrepresented groups. So, so far right now, It is just 3 out of 10, just a little bit over 3 out of 10 of our volunteers, like in the executive committee and in all the committees, and the chairs are women. When we do the the appointment of members, we really are very conscious of age, not only age, gender, ethnicity, countries. We want to cover the best people. You have to be well qualified, of course, but we have to try to cover as much as we can, and we try very hard to do that. So this is quite important. Number 2, we are for equity. For example, the past vice president, we told, has been very much involved with education of indigenous people in Canada, and getting the University of Manitoba involved and doing a lot of good work. The EAB has also worked with 6 African countries through the IEEE Africa initiative, which unfortunately ends at the end of this year. But over the last 4 years, we offered 17 of the courses which you usually, sell to institutions. We offered them for free for these 6 countries, but each country has some time, and there were hundreds of companies which participated in that program, and we gave them our courses. And for women and especially for women, but for also indigenous people, underrepresented, Black Americans, we try very hard to do outreach directly or indirectly, like by what you saw in the programs, how we present them. And also the WIE women are just so wonderful and so involved. And yeah.
Thank you. Actually, WA has its WA pledge. We are offering to different regions, different societies, different sections, and it is many of them has adopted this WA pledge. We are so much focused about it. I'm really happy that EAB is re-emphasizing this commitment to diversity of inclusion. In that case, EAB and IEEE is aligned with each other, focusing the same commitment, which is very important and strength for our WA members. Anyway, thank you, Professor Rabab. I should say, is a historical interaction. Hope it will remain as an archive to our WA members, and they will follow you and they will listen to you for years to come, and they will build up their skill, and we will have our capacity building to lead IEEE WIE and IEEE EAB. This is very, very important to inspire a generation. Thank you for doing it. Hope to interact you. Hope to get your guideline in future, which is a valuable asset for all of us. Thank you. Stay tuned and stay blessed.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.